All right, well, I've got the PK boys here with me for the check-in. It is Bel Air, QvoFred, and Neilmah. Hopefully should be recognizable faces to you by now. We're basically just be checking in, see how you all are feeling. It'll be some Smite-related stuff and a little bit about, how you all are doing as a team there in the house together and that kind of stuff. So we'll start off with the easiest question of all, which is just, how did you all get started playing Smite? What was the thing that triggered it for you? And just go ahead and hop on in.
I remember it was I had just stopped playing World of Warcraft. I think it was around first year university, and I just stumbled upon the game on Twitch. I just saw a Smite streamer, and they're giving away the beta code. So I just hopped in on that. I got a beta code, and I started playing with some of my friends from other video games. And I was just kind of sold on it. The mythology of it was really, really interesting for sure. And yeah, I just liked the perspective of it, third person. It seemed like it really had a really high skill cap. And I've just been playing basically since the very beginning. Yeah, since beta.
Pretty much the same for me, except I started around when Smite was in beta, but it's because I was in middle school at the time. One of my friends in middle school just had a code for it. He just gave it to me, and I was like, I'll try this game. And then ever since I started playing it, I just loved it so much, and been playing it since 7-8 years ago or something.
Yeah, same with me. I started in summer 2012. Got a code from a friend, and just been hooked ever since.
Oh, no, I'm feeling really old now. That was my first year of college when I started playing Smite. Same time. I got to hold that, I suppose. We'll go around here again. Feel free to hop in. What is your favorite god to play that isn't good enough for you to play in the SPL right now? Like a god you wish you could kind of lock in, but maybe the squad wouldn't let you, or it's just not viable right now.
For me, I would say Agni Jungle is a big milestone of mine.
Agni Jungle?
I want to jam that shit. The Swagner skin, and just rip it out, do my thing. But I just don't see it happening anytime soon. So
he's got the stun, the damage. Why wouldn't the Agni Jungle work? What's the problem, fellas?
That's what I'm saying. I think
maybe
it's
you're onto
cool
something. Maybe.
It's got too much playmaking potential, honestly. For me, I mean, you want me to limit it to a couple of gods? Give me, come on, it's so hard. Neilmah, it's up there. Hachimon's up there.
Neilmah.
Of course.
You want to play Hachimon support?
Of course. I tried it in scrims once, so we said never again. It was not good.
Can you take me through the build a little bit in the first 3 items at least?
I would love to.
Yeah.
Okay, you go attack speed boots, and then you go. You usually go Thebes after, and then you go Sledge, and then you go Pridwin. It's just perfect. The Sledge just really rounded out the build. Because, when you have Pridwin and Sledge and Thebes, you're so tanky, and you just ult in on them and you dash on them. And then everyone's like, it's a Hachimon, kill this guy, but you're so tanky, and then you Pridwin's shield everybody. It's perfect.
They're all slowed, you got the stun.
They're double slowed even.
Right. Okay,
I don't buy it. For me, I don't know, Bakasura, probably. I just wish I could play Assassin solos, but they've never really been meta ever since Deathstall got taken out of the game stuff in Bluestone. But because everyone's too tanky right now in the solo lane, so you kind of have to play the warriors with high base damage and high stats, because Assassins just get blown up. But yeah, Bakasura would be so much fun if he was meta and build fast is viable. But
all right, well, what is the easiest role in the game to play? And I've heard a lot of people saying Hunter leading up to this one, but the support?
Yeah, buddy. Yeah. You don't need mechanics.
You need brain power though, and everyone's lacking that. So
you have support mechanics, and that's why you play the role.
Okay, buddy boy. Go tune into my stream and learn a thing or two, man. That's all I'm saying. My Hachimon is clean. It's clean.
What do you think the easiest role is?
I would say probably Hunter, just because, I don't know, there's no other role in the game where you just sit there and, the game is over and you might not even have done anything, to be honest. Honestly, sometimes Hunters carry the hell out of games, but also sometimes they're just along for the ride. They've lost the game, and all they've done is sit in lane with the other Hunter. I don't think there's any other role like that. I think that it has a lot of intricacy and difficulty in terms of, mechanics, but at the same time, I don't think there's any other role that, can just win a game by just being there. Support, mid, solo, jungle, all have to be really, really... all have, a really big part of the game. Solo laner, first time they rotated gold, you have a really impactful fight, that's all you. Mid laner, if you're not hitting your stuff, you're losing. Jungle, if you're not impacting the map, you're losing. Support, if you're not there with your jungler or your mid or, covering pressure, you're losing, right? That's the only reason I could say Hunter, but it's not you can just be a terrible Hunter player and win a game.
Yeah, I think Neil's making a great point there. It's hard not to agree with him that Hunter
Can't argue.
is probably mostly the easiest role in the game.
Okay, so Zap's got it easy over there then.
Maybe it's just the least impactful. I don't know if it's the
Mm.
easiest, but like,
Okay, well, what's the team's favorite thing to do together outside of Smite? Do you all have like a movie night? I know we don't go out as much anymore nowadays in the quarantine or anything like that, but what do you all like to do together sort of as a squad?
group hugs after scrims. We all get together and hug one out. I don't know. We've been going to the gym. There's not much to do right now, so we've just been going to the gym as much as we can together. And then outside of that, like we watch TV every now and then, and like UFC when it's on, things like that. But there's not a whole lot we do. So I would just say just movie night now and again, like you said, or just going to the gym. Yeah, mostly. What do you guys think?
I will be doing that alone thing. We have like this show we watch every Monday, every Friday, and I mean that's kind of fun. Also, just like play Smite together, play Among Us, like play games together, usually, or like watch shit together. So like, I think that's mostly it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Neil, do you initiate the group hugs? Is that you? Are you leading that effort, I suppose?
I mean, I was really pushing for them at the start of the year, but now everyone's asking me for them, so I don't know what changed. Like now, Ronnie knocks on my door at like 5 a.m. before he goes to bed. Hey man, you want to hug one out right quick? I'm like, sure, dude.
Yeah, every night. Yeah.
Seriously,
Literally.
I love it.
Nothing knocks
All
you
right.
out more than a nice little group hug right before bed.
Okay, who's most likely to be late to scrims on the team at this point? Oversleeping
Steven.
maybe or forgot one? Steve.
Easily,
Yeah, it's not
Zapman.
close. It's not close.
Zap's not there in the team house with you guys, right? He's on his own, or?
Yeah, he lives in his own place with his wife.
That's right. So maybe you guys can't make sure. So it's easily Zapman, the most likely one to be late then.
It's kind of hard to be late for scrims. You all live in the same house. Chuck's
Well, yeah,
banging on
yeah.
everyone's door. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, but Steve, I mean, you give him a ring and he doesn't pick up. Like, what do you do? Like, you just sit here
Yeah, he
and you're
doesn't
like, all right.
answer ever.
Okay, well, who's most likely to be the loudest person in comms during games or scrims, like popping off when you get a kill or just talking the most?
Paul Burger. Okay, not actually. He's the quiet.
I was about to say.
I think usually it would be me or Neil. Like in terms of like popping off, maybe Belair too. Sometimes it's like has his moments where he's like,
When it's LAN time, like tournaments and shit, that's when I'll get loud. But besides that, it's pretty relaxed. Yeah, usually Neil or Cubo are the loudest generally.
I think Fred has the most like pop off. Like you get loud when we're popping off.
Yeah,
but I
yeah, pop off.
talk the most. I would say by a lot. Given not everything I say is like important, I would like to think it is, but surely I'm just talking sometimes.
You are. Sometimes you are.
All right, who all would you say is the best cook in the house? If you had to rely on one person maybe to cook for the squad, who would it be?
That is not a good question for us. I don't think we'd be doing well. I don't know. I think I don't know if anyone's good, but we're all capable.
Right.
Like
I would
Fred and I and
say-
Ronnie are capable.
I like the food I make, so it's good to me.
same.
I would say it would be
There you go.
Sensi, honestly. Our video
Yeah,
guy.
I mean, I don't think any of us is like making anything fancy that tastes super good, but we can do the basics. But I think in terms of like if we want to look for some reversed seared steaks, like we go to Sensei at least.
All right, well, who is your favorite person to play against or lane against in the SPL right now? I think Belair, maybe it's a little easier for you. I feel like solo is so personal, right? You're always played up against, it's just one-on-one over there. Well, we could start with you for this one, though.
Yeah, you think it'd be easier, but I have no idea, honestly. I'm trying to think right now.
Sure. Least favorite
I don't
or
know.
favorite person to play against?
Yeah, no. Final K is really fun to lane against. Benji's really fun. Nika's really fun too. Those are probably the top three. And Yarkar is up there too. Yarkar is a lot of fun. He's like surprisingly really good. I've learned quite a bit of things from him.
Okay.
Well, because they were never in the SPL last year. You know what I mean? It's just
Right.
Yeah, you
big
didn't even
shock
show up
this
to the qualifier, right? You couldn't get a visa.
That
so-
too, yeah. They had Haddix instead at the qualifier land last year. Yeah, those are probably the top 4. Fanuke, Benji, Yarkor, and Nika.
For me, I'm not really sure if I have anyone in dual lane I care too much about playing against. Like I like playing against Mike a lot because Mike, it's kind of, he plays a similar play style to me, and it's kind of just about who can be more annoying and like who can get the most value out of like all your rotations and like who's hitting their stuff, and he's really good at that. So I like playing against Mike, but I think my favorite player to play against is probably the same as Fred. It's Whirlwind, honestly. I don't know. I love playing Skylar. I just love diving him. I don't know why. Like we're pretty good friends. So I like sending him messages and stuff. It's just a lot of fun. I don't know. I like griefing him.
How is it playing against Jake over there? I Sanguine Boys said that he could be pretty annoying to go up against because he's always W keying at you. How's that for you, Neil?
Yeah, he plays some wanky picks that can be really strong in lanes. Jake, he's such a weird player. Like, I remember the first time he played him, he picked Osiris support, and I'm just sitting here, I'm like, dude, like, what are you doing? And then it's going to play something different, he'll, like, dominate you, and you're like, dude, like, what is going on? Like, how do you go from, like, A, you're playing Osiris, to B, like, your farmer to lane? Like, what has happened? So Jake's an interesting player to play against, but you can't try and get in his head because it's not going to work. Like, you just can't put yourself in his shoes. It's not happening. You just have to be aware at all times.
Yeah. For me, it's easily Whirlwind. I was gonna say adapting because I've been playing with him like for the last super long time in Europe. I was thinking about Lespra because I'm super good friends with him too, but there's just nothing that takes the cake when I'm going against the wind. So gotta give it to him.
Okay. Well, what role would you all most like to play at the SPL level if you couldn't play your current role anymore? If you had to swap from your main current role?
Jungle, easily for me.
Mage.
Yeah, you want to play Agni jungle. That makes sense.
Yeah, I just like playing mages like Scylla, Agni, Poseidon.
Same with me. I like playing assassins, and I queue jungle all the time when I queue ranked. But
yeah, I'd say jungle or mid. Like, I would be happy playing any of them except for ADC. ADC is like the most miserable role.
I agree. That role is not fun to play.
You get it in ranked, and it's like the most miserable, like 20 minutes or like 30 minutes of your life. And you're like, why do people play this role willingly? It is so bad. But like jungle, it's kind of similar to support. You're roaming, you're making a lot of plays, and then mid, I just think it's so satisfying to be a mage and just hit your abilities.
Just hit one giant ability, does 80% of somebody's health. It's easy life.
Exactly, sitting in the back, like so easy for me.
Listen, if we can roast Hacker, I'm gonna help it happen. Okay,
like, that's all me, man.
Okay, if you could pick a god to be permabanned right now, who would it be? Where you didn't have to worry about them in the pick ban phase anymore.
Afro.
Afro?
It's probably up there.
I hate Afro. She is so annoying to play against, honestly.
That god is absolutely like all the gods that just stop you from killing me, like Afro, Kepri.
Yeah, Kali.
Like get out of here, man. Like, you're just a stupid god with a stupid kit, and and you're not holding W, man. You're sitting there and you're like, oh man, it's terrible. It's treacherous.
Anti-fun.
Yeah,
Kiva, you want to get rid of the Afro too, or who would you?
I was like maybe. I wondered if Obey said Cupid, but because I don't know what's going on there. But I think Afro is just generally fucking annoying, so I would say Afro.
Okay. Do you all have any sort of like pre-game rituals? Do you always want to make sure that you've got something specific that you're going into the game with? Do you have like a specific warm-up you like to do before your SPL matches or anything like that, or anything you feel like you're always doing before a game to sort of get your head right?
Lately, I've been waking up like in a couple hours before and drinking some energy drink or coffee, and then playing some chess, just good old calm chess, and enjoying that. So yeah, seriously,
calm chess. Calm.
Yes, sir.
I saw this guy literally lose a game of chess, slam his desk, and all the keys like from his keyboard like popped out of his keyboard, and he didn't even touch his keyboard. It was like the proximity force blew his keyboard up, and I was like, dude, he's like, I wondered. So I don't know what calm chess, but
what can you say? Sometimes you gotta let loose, and rather than chess and SMITE, am I right?
That is true. You do not rage in SMITE. That is true.
Didn't you break your phone that way too from chess?
Bro, that's not.
Yeah, for me, I would say I just play I don't know. I just do the same. I just kind of make sure I get something to eat, drink a coffee, and then just usually play like an Uller arena game. Just like a god that if you're hitting your stuff, it feels good and like you're warmed up. You have a bunch of skill shots. You have a bunch of variety. Like you can jump abilities. You have your axe stun. You can freehand 3 people in your bow stance. So it's just like a pretty good god to see. Like, do I got it today? You know. And I mean, I don't even know why I bother because every day. I mean, I kind of got it every day. I mean, like, come on.
Yeah, for me, it's just ice cold shower, a bowl of oatmeal,
Okay.
and then an Uller in the jungle practice. And as soon as I do that, I'm good to go for SPL days. Every single
Alright, I could
SPL
sign
match,
up for the-
have to do that.
I could sign up for Uller and the oatmeal, but the ice cold shower, Beller. I don't know if I can get behind that one, man. You gotta.
It sets you up for the day. It motivates you, teaches you determination and dedication. It's good.
You'd have to be
Does
pretty
it?
determined. I'm
Yeah,
with you.
it teaches you discipline. If you can get through that, you can get through anything. It's,
I can
Yeah,
see the
I'm with
discipline.
him. I'm with
Yeah.
Bilal on this one. Easy.
It hurts, but it's worth it.
Well, maybe that's what it is. I haven't been testing the willpower enough in the morning. All right, which teammate from your team, obviously, would you most want to have with you in like a zombie apocalypse type scenario? Who would you trust the most in that kind of situation?
Easy. That has to be Chuck for me. Yeah. Like Douglas, I'm sure that guy that guy definitely knows some things about life that I
He's
would
a
not
zombie.
know.
He's probably a zombie expert for sure.
Definitely, like
He could probably make a weapon out of like some backyard supplies and stuff in 2 seconds.
out of 2 plagues, he has like a god.
He
2 minutes up.
makes a gun. I could
That's a
believe
pretty
that.
good one, honestly. That's a pretty good one. I would still bring Chuck, but also because of the reason that I think I'm faster than him, you know? So, I mean, if push comes to shove, like, he's got the knowledge for me, and I'm quicker, probably. I don't know. I was thinking, I don't know. I think most people would be pretty good. I think maybe Fred would be decent. You got some strength behind you, you know? But, I mean... I would want Chuck along with us because, like, surely we need more knowledge about zombie apocalypse and stuff between the 2 of us than just us.
Okay.
it's Chuck.
Okay, we're Chuck. Well,
It
what?
would not be Steve because he runs it down in ranked, and I would be afraid of him running it down in zombie apocalypse. That is for sure.
Seriously.
Well, you think he would charge in, zap? No way.
He's unpredictable sometimes. I don't know, man.
Let's take the fight to them. All right, what god in the game would you like to see buffed, and what buff would you have in mind? This could be a small buff or even like a bigger one if you think it's something crazy right now. But is there anyone in the game that you kind of wish they would get one little bump to make them a bit better?
Yeah, probably like Freya or Emoja or Persephone.
Right.
You'd make
Emoji
like
really
Betty,
needs something.
Ult, auto lock like do all and hit everybody, or like Emoja ult like had a cripple if you were in it. Or maybe Kukulkan ult and made it map wide. Those would be my suggestions.
I think they should buff Loki. Let's make his stealth last forever.
You've taken it a bit too far. Too far,
What do you
man.
mean? He would be so much fun to play.
Is there a way we could buff Loki just in Bel Air's games? How do we figure that out?
Yeah, just for my
Right.
account, Loki does a little 1,000 extra
Two auto
damage.
clear the whole one.
Just on your account only, there's like no cooldown on the one.
For stealth, yeah. That is what I want. That'd be perfect.
I would actually like to see a Sylvanas buff of some sort. Because he just kind of feels
that-
like
that god is pretty bad.
Ymir in some ways. Like, I don't know how you'd buff him, though, but he just doesn't really seem to feel that good. And his pull is a really interesting ability. Like, whenever Sylvanas is being played, like, it's pretty... At least it's fun if you're playing him. Like, there have been the world's, like, Eager Season 3 meta. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff you can do with Sylvanas pull. So, I think it'd be cool to see Sylvanas get buffed.
So a joking Loki buff that no one wants to actually see in a million years, and then an actual
Oh, I
real
do. I
Sylvanas
do.
Do not, man. You
I
He's
do.
not joking. He's not
I'm
joking.
not kidding.
He is joking, man.
No, I'm not. That would be great.
Fred, what would you like to see buffed, man?
Mhm.
You're looking at a pull of a gun.
That's a bad idea, really.
Together. I don't even know. Maybe Arthur, since he got like kind of demolished with the recent changes to
That's true.
Gladiator
Yeah,
Shield.
no one plays him without Glad Shield now.
And then right now with
Billy, I
like
thought you wouldn't want to
Dinian-
see him anymore.
I mean, I always played against him. That's true, but he's a fun god. His kit's really cool. His 8 abilities, basically. So
Maybe Vulcan too. He's a kind of a cool
Yeah.
guy that you don't really see.
No one's seen Vulcan in a while.
Paul just comes in, Drew walks out of the room.
All right, now who on the team would you say is most likely to pay attention to Reddit or Twitter or Twitch chat? Is there anyone who you feel like it can't get away from that kind of stuff or anything like that, or does everyone kind of ignore that stuff?
I think that everyone kind of ignores it. I think the only person who would pay any attention to it would be Steve, just because he has a big stream and they kind of bring it to his stream, if anything. But I don't think anybody on our team really checks Reddit or like reads Twitch chat or anything. I don't think anyone really cares, to be honest.
I've heard Paul get pretty mad over a couple of Reddit comments one time.
That is true, actually.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah,
He
maybe
checks it
Paul
every
does.
once in a while, but
When he does, he's just like, "What is this guy writing, man?" Like,
yeah. He gets so mad.
he actually does get really tilted, man. Like, dude, like, why do you care, man?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. There's some Twitch chat experts out there.
Some random bronze player telling Paul how to play, and Paul's like, "Man, like, what is he?" I'm like, "Dude, like, it's okay. They don't know what they're talking about."
All right, well, I think that should be enough for us. We'll get to work on those Loki changes for Bill Air. I'm sure everyone will be happy about that. Yeah, we'll see if we can get that in the game for you. Appreciate y'all taking some time. I know it wasn't the easiest thing in the world getting this set up, so appreciate y'all. This is PK. Hopefully you all are rooting for them when their next matches come up. Appreciate y'all taking some time, and we'll see y'all later, okay?
Thank you so much.
Sounds super good. Have a good one.